Alright guys, thank you. Well, Theodore gave me a heads up that I was going to speak today, so obviously I'm going to be speaking from the heart right now. When I first came on, I left Chase making $80,000 a year. Now Solomon was speaking to me. He's been trying to recruit me for a little bit over a year? About 2 years. I decided not to go on board within those 2 years, and then he was talking to me again, and I started getting pissed off at Chase because I was promised a management position every single year, being the top, one of the top bankers in the company. But that was Chase. So I was one of the top bankers at Chase, so they promised me the management position, but at the end of the year, oh yeah, there's cutbacks, this, that, with the whole situation in 2008, with the whole, I guess, downplay of what they were actually doing. So they told me, look, you're doing well in this position, why take a management position? So I listened to them for the first 2 years, but by the third year I was just like, dude, I had enough, and then someone kept talking to me about it, and when I gave in my resignation letter, I didn't even tell someone. Okay, I called him the day before I was actually joining the agency, and at that point he's like, dude, what the hell did you do? Why didn't you talk to me before doing it? I didn't even speak to my wife because I knew the first thing that she would have said was, don't do it. Okay, you're making $80,000 a year, be happy. There's a lot of other people that aren't making $80,000 a year, but I decided not to tell her because I knew she was going to talk me out of it. So I gave my resignation letter in. The day before I quit Chase, I basically let her know, look, I'm not going back to Chase anymore, I'm starting with Solomon. Now she was a little upset at that. My wife has a jealousy issue sometimes, but I guess it's normal to a certain extent. So she was a little upset that I was going to work for my little brother. She asked me if I didn't have any pride in myself, that I would go work for my younger brother. I took that a little to heart. I was like, dude, he's my brother. We've always helped each other out. When I was working at Chase, I bought Solomon to get a job at Chase as well. And he did well, I think pretty well at Chase as well. He just hated it from the get-go, so he ended up quitting a lot earlier than I did. I think within his first year. Okay. Which he's done at National Anthem, I think, twice. But when he came back in, he started doing really well, so he told me to come on, and that's what I decided to do. Now, 4 years later, yeah, did I see myself in this position? Absolutely not. The first year as an MGA is probably the biggest struggle. Most of you probably know what I'm talking about right now. It is the biggest struggle that you're going to go through, but if you overcome that all the obstacles within that position, guys, it's one of the most rewarding positions that I can say that this company offers. Why? Because you're responsible not only for yourself, but you're responsible for so many other families. I go to sleep at night, and I think Theo goes through probably the same exact thing, Solomon, and every other MGA, where you have 15 or 20 different families depending on your leadership to make sure that they're able to put food on the table. Believe it or not, guys, when we go through that stress and just thinking about, look, I'm not only responsible for my family now, but I'm responsible for 20 other families, it makes you wake up a little bit more, and it makes you realize how valuable this position actually is. Okay? So if you are going to ever take an MGA position within the Pappas agency, I want you to think about that first before you make that decision. Yeah, it's great having the title. The title is awesome, but then you got to think about the responsibility that's going to come up with it. And whether you become an SA or a GA, there's still 3 to 5 different families that you're going to be responsible for. So realize that as well. When you get into that supervisor role, they're willing to give you a shot. When you start getting into these higher level positions, it's a lot more responsibility. So make sure you're ready for it as well. Other than that, I can't thank Theo enough, Solomon enough for bringing me into this opportunity. I've had a great chance of working with other leaders like Mo, LeVar, Bobby, John, Atta. I might be forgetting some names, so don't take it personally. But other than that, guys, thank you, and thank you for this opportunity.
Folks, at any level, I'm going to talk about this a little bit more.